Flooding is a major problem for the island nation of the UK, and it's a problem that is only likely to get worse. A vicious combination of extreme storms, intense downpours and rising sea levels are all forecast to hit the UK as it faces the next century. 7 of our 10 wettest years have occurred since 1998. 2013 had the UK's wettest winter in history, and it was followed just 2 years later by the next wettest. This led to Storm Desmond, which broke a new record for national rainfall accumulation in a 24-hour period, dropping 34 centimetres of rain at Honister Pass in Cumbria in the 24 hours after 6:30 p.m. on the 4th of December 2015. The subsequent floods impacted 16,000 homes, amounting to a cost of over £5 billion. It's always hard to forecast when and where the next flooding disaster will hit, but the government has a lot of data that can help us prepare for it. Search for your postcode. If you search for your postcode below, you will be able to see how likely your area is to be impacted by flooding. Flood risk postcode search. We are now in a situation where 5.9 million properties in England and Wales are at risk, according to the Environment Agency. 1 in 6 of the total properties in Hull, Peterborough and Doncaster are particularly at risk from rivers and the sea. In the PE11 postcode area of Peterborough, 68% of properties, a total of 18,110, have a chance of flooding in any given year of greater than 1 in 100. The Environment Agency has a step-by-step guide for what to do if your property is either at risk of flooding or if your property is actually inundated by floodwater. The Environment Agency has 4 key pieces of advice if your property is at risk. Monitor news and weather forecast, use radio, television and social media to keep up to date with flood events and weather conditions in your area. Learn about flood planning. Know how you'll respond to a flood if your home is at risk, for example how to get sandbags if you're responsible for a school, hospital, care home or other community group, or if you run a local business. Protect your property, get organized now and improve your property's flood resilience. Being at risk of flooding can affect your insurance. Check if your buildings and contents policies cover flood risk. Know what to do during a flood or get help after a flood. The Environment Agency asks you to bear in mind that flooding can affect transport networks and disrupt your travel plans. It can impact your gas, electricity and water supplies. Even if flooding hasn't affected you directly, it asks you to check on friends, family and the wider community. Storm Desmond causes widespread flooding in Cockermouth in December 2015. Credit Toby Smith. Getty Images. In addition to its live flood risk maps, the Environment Agency provides an online postcode search for England and Wales. It allows you to find out if the area where you live is at risk from flooding, and what type of flooding you are at risk from, whether that is from sea and rivers, reservoirs, groundwater or surface flooding. The Environment Agency also supplies this information on a commercial basis to insurers who use it. Drone footage of 2014's catastrophic floods. 0216